Thank you and good afternoon. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam's Sports Report. The Panthers and the Edmonton Oilers played last night. The Florida Panthers led in the series 3-0, and then the Oilers came back to grab the next three. This only happened in 1942 that a team has come back in 3-0 in the Stanley Cup. This did not happen last night. In the game, though, Carter Vihigan scored first for the Panthers to grab the lead, to grab a 1-0 lead. And then Matthew Jermick of the Edmonton Oilers shot to tie it at 1-1. Sergei Basaki, the goalie, was amazing. He didn't allow a goal for another time after it was tied at 1-1. And then the Panthers scored to make it 2-1. That was Sam Reinhart's score. The Panthers win their first cup. MVP was Connor McDavid on the losing side, just the sixth time in NHL history that a player would win an MVP on the losing team. The Panthers win their first Stanley Cup ever. McDavid joined Reggie Landleash as the only skater to win the award. Maybe he'll be the next Wayne Gretzky. In baseball, the Royals lost 9 out of 11, finally took one last night. The Royals were trailing 1-0. The Royals got on the board after hitting a home run by Vinny Pasquantino. Then Salvador Perez hit back-to-back 2-1, and then another run to make it 3-1. Kyle Isbell and Hunter Renfroe. Kyle Isbell has got the singer left to make it 3-1. Hunter Renfroe homered for the Royals. Final score was 4-1 Royals. Cole Reagans was on, and when he's on, he's on. Seth Lugo takes the mound for the Royals. He has been the Royals' best pitcher and one of the best pitchers in the American League. Royals are 43-37, and game time is at 7:10 Central Time. Cardinals squeak out the Braves. Cardinals have won 4 in a row and are 3 games above 500. Maybe finally coming together as the Cardinals. Lance Lynn was a winning pitcher last night. The Braves got 2 in the ninth, but with second and third and 2 out, 4-3, the Cardinals would get the out. Tonight, the Cardinals will have Ronald Lopez on the mound for the Braves, and Kyle Gibson will go for the Cardinals. Cards go for the series win tonight against a very good Braves team who's 10 games over 500. The Cubs lose again to the Giants, who got swept over the weekend by the Cardinals. The Cubs will have Kyle Hendricks on the mound, and who has an ERA over 7, and Randy Rodriguez will go for the Giants. He has an ERA above 440. Baseball, Sam and Matt. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam Sports Report.
Okay, let's talk baseball. R.I.P. Willie Mays. Your dad is sad. I texted him the other day.
Yeah, I guess he was sad. They were talking about on A10 who is the best baseball player of all time. They gave Shohei Ohtani, as I guess he could bat and pitch, right?
Someone said Shohei Ohtani is the best of all time. Who said that? Some guy on the radio?
Yeah, Paskins.
What do you think about that, Sam? I think it's hard to call someone the best of all time that they've only played 5 years or 6 years or however long he's played.
Jeff Passan said that.
I have a hard time someone saying he's the best of all time when he's, part of being the best is you got to do it for a long, long time.
What about Babe? I mean, if you want to put Ohtani the best player, then you got to put a Babe ahead of him, right? He pitched.
Yeah, I'd say that Babe Ruth has to be the best of all time in my book.
And then
there's other
somebody else said Barry Bonds, your favorite player.
What's that?
Somebody else said Barry Bonds, your favorite player of all time.
Yeah, that would not make my top 5. I think Willie Mays, he's got to be up there on the list. He played for a long time, 660 home runs, played great defense. If you think about some of the players in the 60s, I like 60s baseball and studying the history on it. You had Mays, Mantle, Hank Aaron, Clemente, guys like Musial were at the end of their career. Bob Gibson was a rookie in the late 50s and he was big in the 60s. 60s was a great era in baseball history. But I'm going to go Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth's the all-time great. Willie Mays is certainly though in the top five.
Of
And
course,
R.I.P. Willie.
Willie played in hold on. Willie played in the Negro Leagues.
Yeah,
They have a whole episode on that on MLB The Show. I haven't played it yet, but they have a whole thing on it. And
that's cool.
now, have you ever been to the Negro Leagues Hall of Fame?
No, I'm ashamed to say that I haven't, because as long as I've been coming over to Kansas City, both for romance and for work, Sam, I've been going to Kansas City for damn near 30 years almost, and maybe not 30.
No, it's 30.
25.
No.
25. I met
No, it's not. No, it's
your
not.
sister. I met your sister when I was 19.
It was
And
25 years
and
ago.
I'm now 42, so that's
I was 10.
23, 20,
I was 10 years old when you guys started going.
23 years. That's a long time, buddy. I gotta go. I would like to go see that just because I like baseball history, as you know.
Yeah. So Cardinals, how good are the Cardinals? They've kind of came alive of late.
Yeah,
Um,
they're coming around. They've come around lately. They're 500. I just looked today. They're playing the Giants. Actually, they're playing the Giants today. The first pitch just happened a little bit ago, but they're 500. I think they have a chance to win. I don't know, somewhere in the upper 80s if everything went right in terms of games won. I don't think they have a chance to win the division realistically, although they're only, our division's terrible. I think we're only 6 or something games back, and we're 500. So what does that tell you about the Milwaukee Brewers? But I don't know. I don't see this team being a great team. I'd be thrilled if they won 86, 87 games. What about the Royals? The Royals have been sort of a pleasant surprise, I think, right?
they have now they've kind of all of a sudden fallen. I've always thought this team is 500 baseball team, but played 10 games over for a stretch of the period of time. I think they'll end up. I don't think they'll win more than 85 games.
You don't. Okay. All right. Well, fair enough. That was probably more than people expected them to do, wasn't it? I don't think anybody expected the Royals to be 500.
Yeah, we didn't expect them 500. I didn't expect they don't have an outfield that can hit for their life. They don't really have very good bullpen. That they don't have anybody that can throw over 100.
Hello.
The only one they do have is Willie. The only one I heard that was really good is the only one
Bullpen guy for the Royals.
that I've thought of was that can throw 100 is Carlos Hernandez, and his fastball gets hit to the warning tracker out of the ballpark. So not good. I would like you guys got to get a bullpen arm in there.
Yeah, Ryan Helsley's he's a good closer. I don't know that we had. I think our problem is more starting pitching, Sam. I think
That's our strength, I guess.
We don't have that. We don't have too many strong starters. We have 2 or 3 decent arms in the bullpen, including Helsley. He can really bring it. He throws like 101, 102. It's very cool when you're at the ballpark and he's coming in for a save. turn off all the lights in the whole place. It goes totally pitch black. And the screens all start to turn red and they start playing Hell's Bells, Ryan Helsley. But that'll get you pumped up when he comes in.
They play some song. They play some song for our guy, but he's not good. So that
I
comes in
I'll show
and
you some of
blows
the
it.
other parts of let me move the camera here and show you a couple other things in the office here. All my sports stuff that your sister didn't let anywhere else in the house is in my office. You see all my signed baseballs back there?
Yeah.
I think I've got every Cardinals Hall of Famer going back to Slaughter from the 40s. I've got this Stan Musial. That's a big sign thing that I got years and years ago. Got my golf stuff in here. Golf hats. Look, you see the Stanley Cup up there, Sam? They're going to award that.
Yeah.
They're going to award that in a couple of nights. That's but